MeghalayaPost.news.
Kyntien usus tham gabong kendit katan keken barok Shillong kismin badai orang baken barok kibriki kane Kyntien glon pau hau Dr. D.D Lapang kum munung ilam baran ba kajela UMLA barim ke nongpoh bat menteri rang ba barim kajela hagaba menta satang ki Jingkynmaw ya ki mati jungu malale burom kadu no menta ka Sngi hadin ka jingklat no jungu haga khadar tari gunai lur arjar pusan hagarta ka bakandai pendusnem ka jingat inti jong ka jingem habakren halur neu nongilam ulabat sisai kata kerdan ka bakat unongilam hapo ka jela badai namar kane ka dau om tang ka ying kesem ikun kikti ka Shillong ka thau ki balale burom kadu u Henry habale burom kadu u menta ka Sngi Sngi Ontep Shalom Ontep lashim menta banle burom nadu ka balang ki kun hun seng baper bat khamtam ka sarkar jela ka bahab ban sim ya ka jingit kli ban le burom kum ka jing burom halor kata ka kerdan nongilam ka bol syakri ban kentiu ya ka jela Meghalaya kum menteri rang ba barim ka jela ka jingle niam mar ka jingle burom khadu ya ka met badang sa jong Dr. D.D Lapang kelas tang nadu nalaying halachmer Shillong rengkat ki jing nyutang halor ki mati jongu kum nongilam balapteng ka jingle burom dak sarkar hamadan student ha ka ba sisin ong kalapun hun ya Dr. D.D Lapang bolio ya ka ne burom wala umdan shu hasla jong kene perthei bar lechong jathan ha ka khet jong trai ha kene jingle borom dak sarkar ladon benta nadu menteri rang badu jela konrad ke sangma usembut menteri ka sarkar jela uba perstuntun song ki menteri sarkar ki MLA ki MDC he officer bat jan baro ki ruhe ruhan bat kino ilam na keleng ke jela ha ka bakane ke Sngi kan salong shisha ke Sngi ke basa Jingkynmaw bang hab ban but ya ki dinjat jong Dr. D.D Lapang ka bangim la ban yutang halor senyang uben hei bolu senyang sya ke jela Meghalaya Hakane Sngi balatep don burom ya Dr. D.D Lapang om tang ka jingle burom daga ying kesem ilok jor ki khagi man bat ki kenhun baper harangkat ka sarkar jela Henry layo ru ya ka jingle niam ka bapura daga balang presbyterian jayau i balabu ka jingdwai ka bagrpang na ka banta ka jingjet haj ba bom jukut jong Dr. D.D Lapang
Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Deputy Chief Ministers, Honorable MP Lok Sabha, Leader of Opposition, Cabinet Ministers, MLAs, ex-MLAs, MDCs, ex-MDCs, our Chief Secretary, and all government officers, respected leaders, the JL Presbyterian Church, friends, my beloved people of Rivai and Meghalaya, greetings to you all. Jingkynmaw bakerpang, ye ke yeng kesem, ye nya ba i kurim jongi mahe lapang, ametes lenda joms blak, ba balok ukun ramba, ukun ksiu, diva vanda dari, ikun jongi ba balok, bat kisawot ikun miaw, bat kipersa kurim. Ngayeng hagani kapor, ban ay jingkren kindia, ike jingim ke bokordo, ke jong imahe D.D Lapang, bat ke jing syakri ke jong i ye ke tamri boy, bat ye ke jelahi barok away. Henry, ngam da kata tan ye ki mat ki jura, hagabe de bat ke jelah, namar ki don ki nong yalam jong skit, ban keren syakam jongbi. Imahe lapang ide na kesnong nong jeri, kesnong hanong kendong, kesnong beberit, hatam ribuan. Ukun prangsi, ubawan na kejien beduk. Penban ublay ulaseyu, kumukun dap sendang. Kumbo blay ulaseyu Moses na kuun. Yau Joseph na katliw. Yau David kumunong apuang berat. Ublay ulasay yung mahe lapang. Banlong unong yalang ibukra. Katemri boy. Agapor bay mahe at sedang ban mikmat ban syukri. Kadang longkum kasyarabat. Kejingduk. Kejingbi. Bat kijingpang babunjat. Kisno ranjan. Day hau ni orang bakin. Aga jingnya terhilang bat kiwai kiri orang bat. Bagi sedang ban rat dan kong. Ika jingduk, ika jingnyet bi, ika jingpang. Bat kamtang, ban kentiro, ia kapule kaputi, aga temri boy. Aga bay mahe ilaseng, buntli ki school huli boy. Mahe lolong nongseng, ia kari boy college. Nongpoh. Lolong nongseng, ia kari boy dorboy. Lolong nongseng ye gari boy District Sports Association. Lolong nongseng ye gari boy Youth Federation. Lolong nongseng ye ke Northern College Hapundan. But kiwai ki bubun ulalong nongseng. Kiba kapor kamsha banjir kali. Kiwai ke kamba kami mahe D.D Lapang ilale kolong. Ban penyo ye ke District Bapura. Hak sautarik ujeliu. Kesenam kat kendai sepuluh, kendai berapa? Kini kedai sisa kesenam jom Jingkynmaw. Ika tamri bawa barok away. Di hangne Kyntien Ïaroh. Ya pila banbay. Henry kumno pinra. Maaf yang akin dan kengiat kibangan bu haka Kyntien boy. Day kikam jom pi mahe. Bahap kam kenyi hapi. Barok kesur jompi bahe bakhan habakren cuang yang ngo longkung ka batut man ke kentut la phi chipen roy adai hok chicha bakhot iapi ukpa katem ribuai hagajing syakri jonga bat imahe kat arsnen kamu kumu personal assistant jangi. Ngalalap sibun gijinglong qualities baidang. Kum tatang kendiat hakade kepor ngan kwa pan shimi kepor ngan pen pau kumni. Kabening ko gijing surit ke baidang. Kabaar ke jing yasha ke bidang. Lada keren ben ye ikat no kan. Itrei lada kam. Isyek ang balada undan baben. Yo nasarong. Kabalai ke jing biangkor ke punctuality. Kesakiru aduk ni ke service. Ipoi hangne ke service on time. Kejing bang ban pule ko idon laka library yin jong in tabahe kejing long discipline kejong in kejing jong tip top akariam ke ben nyaw bejem step ila depsum ila pongsun kebengi jo 3 pieces ubaklan ban duwai habe litpet igi bapang injukulat kanduhan. Idei breu badan kejing semua ya kibalik bahwa. Hakawai gamet hakapor si beje punya na. Yang Charles ngadon kam kerki iwe ikong. Tentang la persang ban pun ni kikun jangam. Hadin kikun gila yo ban keren ban ai keren ni kai kong. Kapor si beje na la tia punya na. Yang Charles kublai si bu. Kata kata kemensim kebetak kejing semua. Umahe ulong babang ban kule ke Bible ketin ke jomble. Ulong itu kenal bestat. Kato kene kejing keren bagi breu Jingkynmaw lo. Deputy CM dan Jingkynmaw yang ngabu syaukai lah tu kena. Iong. Kawai kejing itu kana imahe ke baik keren. Kadai syapang urong nambah. Balada ki breu ki bakalaban kon kin sababi. Kabaar kesermon ke bakrau ke belakran ke baki bubun kim la bangkalat. Ikran syakam ke suki ke batili lane the empty chair. Bat kiwai ki sermon ke bakrau ke bai ilakran. Ila ban penyam breu ke bai ikran. Hatu program ha usnam arajar katwai Bangalore ha faith institution. Cispak san pung tam ki kena kasih gitu boleh. Yang kejikiran kejutan. Ilong unong ruayu betebet. Nangka. Udan kejing berkat bukan tak kalawai. Ulang ubreu berkat ban grum lana ban permi nong yalam. Ngayeng hangne kum uwai na kita. Lengkap kiwai kirang ba kibasakin. Kibai mahe ila grum yakin. Hangne ni dalam iba meral bon scheme UMLA dan nongpoh constituency. Ngimlah banjir lot lat semua ini. Umahe lapang de breu lada ban perang yo. Dekat kini jauh. Kekini mahe lapang itu kana yo. Balada impoyin ha por ka blogo imyo jaban bang. Naga tagadang de breu ubo biangkor. Ubreu ubasanya hau blay. Ublay ulale ki kamba ye mahe lapang. Ke kamba ke jong blay ulasay ye mahe nakayin betul. Banlong UMLA haduk hasil. Bantan haka cabinet minister bonsin. Banlong kum deputy chief minister. Banlong kum leader of opposition. But samsin kum menteri ramba kejala Meghalaya. Imahe lalong amtang state leader. Hendai wat at a national level itip bat itu ya. Naga bentaga temri boy ngiladu sisa ya unong yalam bakna ukni bat kuba. Ndan Kyntien Ïaroh ban pau ki kam bakna jodo barok itip. Hendai tang ke Jingkynmaw iye Jingkynmaw gurau. Batang ke Jingkynmaw ya uni urut. Kublai sibon mahe D.D Lapang. Kum ginang song ke temri boy. Bat ke jela barok boy. Nginam kelet syu ipi mahe. Kublai ula ahi pi gerta ke bejerang. Haduk kendai pun reu tuligis ni. Oh idang kuat ke penyedon lang bat ni. Hakani ke protai. Hendrai ublai bu baik bu nanti. Ya kirta ke Jingkynmaw. Ngayeng hane ban ai kublai khadu ipi mahe. Ringkat bagi nong sang senang juga temri buai bat kejelah kebiye. Barok me. Leisuk me. Kirmen ibaci champion bat pi. Yo ijur happy. Ni cakap. Tang gesur kalau ada keren lepa di hati itu. Sawaga kecuri. Peter wan sur pi mahe hati. Beise mahe. Hak wan ini kawai kesini. Hantau beepi. Manok mahe yang bebekalai. Basaila happy, badam bakisau basneng tiai. Mana bukan percaya happy, yo mana balik asap happy, panmat ini api mah. Mentah dia suatu nye balik happy. Mbamantoi berisu dahi bat kalawai jum'i. Kado syua bangan syua. Itu wai yang besar. Terpang ia pinya. Apa yang kejinglong teman jumpinya. Ublay un ayah pi kemet bukwat bukwat. Un ayah pi kejingtengan bat kejing pensyakwa. Kublai sibun bapila ai kejing tersyani mana. Bila ai kejing syukri ini. Ngidwa ye pi bahab baluk. Ngidwa ye pi di bandar dari. You referee. Ikun baluk berlalu. Kipersakurin. Bat barok kowe kejing kesan. Wat lay mahe im dan syu wat ni ninam kelat ika yang kesan jeki bat ahi bagajing ya day jeng kanam ketel bat berjeki. Last but not the least, we take comfort in the promise of the scripture, for we know that mahe now hears the word of Allah. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things. I'll make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Rest in eternal peace, beloved Mahe. Your light and your lesson will forever guide River and Meghalaya. Blessibun, Nitela, thank you, and Jai. God bless.
But as a child of a man whose life was a testament to hard work, humility, and deep love for his people, my father, Dr. Jingkynmaw D.D Lapang, was born into a simple circumstances. He began his journey as a road walker, and through pure determination and hard work, rose to become the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, not once, but 5 times. But to me and to our family, he was never defined by his titles. He was defined by his kindness, his wisdom, and his quiet strength. My father once told me, son, the measure of a man is not how high he climbs, but how many people helps climb with him. These words shaped not just my understanding of him, but what of its true leadership means. He taught me that leadership is not about power, it's about service. I watched him walk through the villages of Gibhoy, not as a politician seeking votes, but as a son of the soil, listening to the heartbeat of his people. He never forget where he came from, and he never let us forget either. Before politics called him, my father was a teacher in nongpoh. Not even when he became chief minister, he never stopped being a teacher. He believed that education was the greatest gift you could give someone. I remember him saying, knowledge is like a lamp in the darkness. It shows you the way and help others to find their path too. He lived by these words. He believed in the dignity of all work, whether it was building roads, farming fields, or running the government. Even in his final years as chief advisor to the government, he carried the hopes of Meghalaya with grace and humility. He never stopped learning, and he never stopped teaching either. As much as my father was a man of politics and principles, he was also about without apology. A food lover, even if you shared a meal with him, you know his eyes lit up at the sight of a wang tang, which is yam cooked in a barrel of bamboo. That means yet wonderful dishes of dried fish and black sesame seeds that only someone with true Bhai roots would crave with such passion. And don't get me started on this for the love of japana, that is sticky rice. He swore it cured everything from a bad mood to election stress. He had this amazing ability to turn even the simplest meal into a celebration. Food was his way of connecting with people, of showing love, of building bridges. These moments remind us that great leaders are also human beings, who find joy in simple pleasures, who laugh, who share stories over meals, who find comfort in the tradition of their homeland. To the world, he was a statesman. To me, he was my father. The man who held my hand when I stumbled, who taught me to speak with honesty, and showed me true greatness lies in helping others rise. He taught me that your roots matter, no matter how far you go in life. Never forget where you come from. He taught me that listening is more important than speaking, and serving others is more important than being served. There's a beautiful saying, a society grows great when old men plant trees, whose shades they know they shall never sit in. My father planted many trees, the road, the schools, the opportunities he created. These are the trees whose shade will comfort generations to come. As we mourn for his passing today, let us also celebrate his life and legacy. Let us remember the roads he helped build, not just the ones made of stones and cement, but the one made with opportunity, justice and hope. He showed us that you don't need to be born into a privilege to make a difference. You don't need to forget your humble beginnings to achieve great things. You can stay connected to your people, your culture, your values, and still reach the highest office in the land. His office proves, his life proves that democracy, anyone's child can grow up to lead, to serve, to make their community and state better. My father's favorite quote was simple but powerful. Work hard, stay humble, and always remember you are here to serve, not to be served. He lived these words every single day of his life. As I look out of this gathering today, of life from every corner of Meghalaya, from different political parties, and I believe I see the true measure of my father's impact. He brought people together to build bridges, not walls. Farewell, Pa. You may have run your race with honor and dignity. Your voice may be silent now, but your spirit echoes in every hill and valley of this land you love so deeply. A boy who once walked on road grew up to build pathways of hope for millions. A teacher who started a small school in Nongpoh ended up educating an entire state about service, humility, and love. You taught us that greatness is not what about titles you hold, but about what the lives you touch. You touch so many lives, Pa. And to all of us here today, your work continues. Thank you, Pa, for showing us what it means to serve with dignity, to lead with humility, and to love without limits. God bless us all. Thank you.
Leader of Opposition, our Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Member of Parliament, respected MLAs, MDCs, Chief Secretary and officials of the government, officials of the district administration, representatives of the church and various organizations, and the people of Meghalaya. Today, Meghalaya stands in mourning. The air heavy with the loss of a self-made leader whose life was woven into the very fabric of our state. Dr. D.D Lapang, our beloved Mahe, was more than a leader. He was a man whose humble beginnings were matched only by the towering legacy he leaves behind. We remember a son of the soil who walked on the dust of the roadside as a laborer, rose to the ranks with grit and grace, and led our people through some of the most challenging chapters of our history. His journey was not his alone. It was the journey of Meghalaya itself. From the early days of statehood to moments of celebration, from seasons of uncertainty to days of hope, Dr. Lapang stood as an anchor, steady, humane, and steadfast. I have known Dr. Lapang since I was a young boy, through my late father, late Shri P.A. Sngi. Many years later, I had the privilege of serving alongside him in the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. A powerful orator, he served with distinction as Minister of State, Cabinet Minister, Chief Minister, and Leader of Opposition. His voice echoed in the halls of Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. But it also reached the last mile.
He believed fiercely in dialogue. He chose peace over posturing and development rooted in our identity. He taught that leadership is not position, it is service. Service that persists when applause fades. That stands beside the last person in the line. That offers patience and dignity to the least among us. In honoring his life, we recall the work that had his imprint and his courage when he served as a chief minister of our state. He strengthened administration and invested in youth by upgrading Ribhoy and Bakbara into districts, forming the Cabinet Committee on Youth Affairs, transferring NCC and NSS to Sports and Youth Affairs Department, and creating the Fish Farmers Development Agency. He promoted inclusivity and justice through the Meghalaya State Commission for Women Bill, rules safeguarding persons with disabilities, reservation of posts for the disabled and sports persons, and the establishment of permanent Lok Adalats. He also paved the way for peace through the ceasefire agreement with the ANDC. Dr. Lapang built enduring institutions with the Meghalaya Infrastructure Development Board, the Medicinal Plants Board, and group of ministers for coordinated governance. He enacted the compulsory registration of marriage bill and partnered with the ROCO Cancer Charitable Trust to bring mobile cancer detection to the people. To recount the full scope of Dr. Lapang's achievements would require far more time and space than this tribute can afford. And even then, would not do justice to the legacy of a man who dedicated his life to the service of Meghalaya and its people. I have often looked up to Dr. Lapang's wisdom and experience. He was a statesman, unafraid to confront hardship with honesty, and relentless in bridge building over division. His legacy is not measured in years or titles, but in the thousands of lives he touched. Today, we must carry forward his vision, a Meghalaya at peace with itself, united in purpose, and soaring together, never leaving anyone behind. Let us honor Dr. Lapang not with words alone, but with our work. Not with promises alone, but with perseverance. On behalf of a grateful state, we bow our heads in reverence. Thank you, Dr. Lapang, for your dedicated service and for guiding us through your leadership. May the Almighty grant him eternal rest and provide strength to the bereaved family. May Dr. Lapang's memory be a guiding light for all in the years to come. Rest in eternal peace, Sir Lapang.
MeghalayaPost.news.